Hey folks, welcome to Market Intraday Analysis by InTheMoneyStocks.com, your leaders in pure technical analysis, avoiding all that Wall Street hype. Today, Monday, April 26th, 2010. Well, the markets are mixed again on Wall Street as we look across the board. We see the Dow hovering up about 31 points on the day, NASDAQ up about a point, and the S&P 500 down about 1 point on the day. Now, the Dow is leading today overall percentage-wise to the upside, and the reason is because of Caterpillar. Caterpillar reported fantastic earnings this morning. The stock is up $3 on the day. Believe it or not, that amount of dollars on Caterpillar is basically the whole entire gain on the Dow today. So you see the S&P is negative, the NASDAQ is basically on the flat line. That's more like where the Dow would be if Caterpillar itself was not up $3 on the day. So just kind of keep that in mind. I do think that is a fascinating little tidbit of information to keep in mind. Now, looking across the board, folks, let's punch up the SPY. Look and see, you can see this little bit of a trend line that we started here last Thursday, continued on Friday to the upside. Today, we finally did break that to the downside. And sure enough, once we broke it to the downside, you created what's called an in spirit of bear flag pattern there. Now, there's not much volume in this market today. Mondays are notoriously light days, therefore generally flat to positive days because of the light volume, and we're seeing that happen. And with the in spirit of bear flag right there across the bow, as you can see right here, nice move down, in spirit of bear flag pattern, you can see it begin to play to the downside, then bounce, then play down again, and touching the 50 moving average multiple times. And sure enough, after the second time it touched the 50 moving average, the spiders are getting a little bit of a push here. There's no volume behind it, but you're just seeing one or two buyers step up there and push the market up, trying to keep this market on the positive side across the masses. All right, so just keep that in mind, guys. I think that is a very fascinating thing to note, that again, volume even on a bear flag is still playing out. You still see the bear flag play out a little bit to the downside, but it's very, very minor. And then as soon as it hits first support, the support is kickstarting a little bit of a buy program to lift the market higher. And you can see again a bounce all the way back to the 20 moving average on that. Now, a couple other things to go over. Number one, we are hovering just underneath my key level I gave to the Research Center subscribers at 122.10. 122.10 was the next resistance I gave them in the Research Center on Friday and all last week. Sure enough, the market came up, went to on the SPY to 122.12, piercing it by 2 cents, and since then we've pulled back about 30 to 40 cents on the day on the SPY. All right, so again, that's your key resistance level. Past that, you're looking at 122.50 if you continue higher, but right now the 122.10 level is the one that's in stone, and if we move back up into that range, you'll see resistance there again. If we were to break the 50 moving average to the downside, you can look for a little bit of support right here at this trend line at 121.50. And then if we were to take that out, you'd actually get a nice little sell-off probably to this little pivot area right in here, right around 121.20 to 25 level. All right, now, again, what's going on today? We saw decent earnings out of Whirlpool today, WHR. Let's punch that up as well. It's a nice little gain on Whirlpool, up about $13, though you can note that it's near the lows of the day, even though it's still up significantly. From the highs to the lows, it is hovering in an in-spirit of bear flag pattern right now off the lows of the day down here. And again, just note that right there across, you can see this little bit of a trend line. Seems like a little bit of gap window support, and this is an minor in spirit of bear flag pattern pushing out right now. Could go up to the 20 moving average. That'll be resistance on that intraday chart. Otherwise, you're looking at support right here, gap window. If that gets taken out, then you probably head to wherever the 50 moving average is. That would be your next spot. As I mentioned, Caterpillar was another big mover today, but again, interestingly enough, Caterpillar had a good surge on the first two candles of the day, and since then did come down pretty substantially off the highs of the day, just continuing to consolidate, going down like this. You almost have a little bit of a channel development right there, trading sideways inside of these two bars that I just drew in. Now, the key on this, guys, you also had some not so good earnings from BlackRock, BLK. BLK is kind of a sympathy to Goldman Sachs often, and you can see BlackRock getting hammered today after closing at 211 on Friday. The low today 192, so a significant drop on that. Right now down almost $17 on BlackRock on the back of some not so good earnings. After the bell today, Texas Instruments will report earnings for the tech sector. That will be a very, very interesting earnings report. Expectations are in the range of 50 to 55 cents per share. We'll see again what comes in. Generally, stocks, especially technology stocks like Intel, we saw Intel have a fantastic report, so people are expecting big numbers from Texas Instruments, possibly even upwards of 55 cents today. We'll see again how that plays out. That'll be out right after the bell, after the market closes. Now, going back to the SPY, let's touch on a couple other things. First of all, you can see that good bounce off the 50 moving average. average. Support, remember, in light volume like we have today, and by the way, we haven't even done 100 million on the SPY today, so it's extremely light. That always favors the upside of the market. In addition, it means that supports can always be bought. When you have no volume in the market, buy supports and be very careful on shorting resistances. Shorting resistances can be done, but it's only for a quick little scalp. Anything more than a quick little scalp you want to step away from. On buying supports, though, in light volume, you can look for a little bit more. Just the nature of the beast. Again, institutions are participating. That means Joe Blow is out there buying in his retail account with Ameritrade, E-Trade, whoever it may be out there, and he's just, again, following the crowd right now. The media pumping, the president pumping, the Federal Reserve pumping, all these people pumping, making him feel bullish. Therefore, he's the one that's creating a lot of the light volume on days like today. All right, and again, you can see volume, guys. Look at this volume down here, almost minuscule compared to some of the past days. Friday afternoon was very, very light as well, and today, Monday afternoon, the same. If you go back to Thursday, you can see quite a bit of volume there comparatively on the charts. What else is moving today? Goldman Sachs is having a little bit of a drop today, down about $4.75. That continues to show weakness. If you go to your daily chart, you can see we cut through a little bit of support, which was this previous low pivot off of that negative news on the following day from the civil fraud case filing. And then again, if you continue down here, your next spot in Goldman Sachs is going to be right down here at the 147, 148 level. That will be a very, very nice level of resistance. All right, other than that, let's take a look at a couple other stocks that are moving today. Take a look at Apple Computer. Apple Computer, after an unbelievable run last week on earnings, is pulling back just ever so slightly. Very, very minor. Maybe a little profit taking by some big players out there on the back of such an amazing run. Google is also having some problems, but the key on Google is this, folks, and I'm going to just post this or talk to you guys about this. This level I called out today as a buying opportunity on Google. All right, I said the 532 break point. If it breaks below 532, that's your level right down here because it's the 200 moving average. No brainer there for support. And sure enough, Google's bouncing. You can see the tail now forming on Google. And again, down $11 on the day, but the key was to pick it up at the low end of the charts. The big winner of the day for our Research Center subscribers is JTX. I posted this on Friday as a big play. I said 20% possible gainer on Jackson Hewitt Tax Services. The reason I said it because it has a ton of shorts. There was a fund buyer. There's a lot of different signals in spirit of bull flag on the daily. Let me flip to the daily and show you guys this. Look at this. Up move in spirit of right there. That's noting the pattern. Pattern works. Remember, in spirit of bull flags in this market are very, very key, and you can play them for significant upside. Sure enough, from my alert at 166, it hit a $1.97 today. That's almost a 20% gain as I predicted. And again, everyone who bought that on Friday, basically 20% richer on that play today. Well done. That's hit the first target. Second target has yet to hit. Obviously, those of my members that are out there, break-even stop is in and half off the table. No-brainer right there, all right? So again, huge moves, 20% moves continue in some stocks that we've given you guys almost every day. It seems like another small mid-cap or even a large cap is in play. Some of the small caps, again, going anywhere from 20% to 500% over the last couple months, like RPC, which was given as a hidden gem in January with a key target of upwards of the levels it ran to, all right? Talk to you guys soon. Enjoy. Come join the Research Center. We will see you soon. Take care.